So going into this movie, we've definitely had a couple of child horror films that have came out and revolving around dolls in regards to Chucky and Annabelle as of recently. But M3GAN, directed by Johnstone and which was also produced by James Wan, has a little bit of different tactics in regards to how it approaches its audience and tries to give them an effective, campy PG-13 horror movie, which it succeeds in doing. First, I wanted to kind of point out Violet McGraw as the little girl who's in the movie, who kind of adopts M3GAN and pairs to her, and essentially is the bonding mechanism that allows M3GAN to learn and form her thoughts. She was actually pretty great in the movie. I didn't mind her. I usually find the child characters to be kind of annoying in these type of movies and make, harsh decisions or bad decisions, but I actually found her to be pretty entertaining, pretty sellable for her character. I actually was also pretty impressed with the sense of comedy throughout the movie. I thought that it was going to have the comedic aspects to it, but it really rode on the awkward or uncomfortable comedy in certain scenes and just blatant comedy without even trying. I did find it to be pretty funny, as well as my theater that I was seeing it with. They found it pretty funny as well. And I think the comedy worked mostly in regards to finding out the different things that M3GAN could do. Once you were able to kind of see in some scenes what she was capable of, it would kind of be funny in a sense, but also it added that horror aspect at the same time. It's really a lot of campy fun in this movie. What I did notice with it borrowing from other films, specifically Child's Play, was in its exposition. We've seen this story before. Our protagonist in the film, who is a child, looks for a new toy to play with, and then in that case it ends up being a horrific killing machine in regards to Child's Play, with it being Chucky. But this movie, when it takes off from the exposition, it definitely goes in its own direction and really harnesses in as its own film, and it doesn't really take from those films in a sense in its final half or third act. M3GAN really does own being her own film, and she enjoys being on screen as well. She takes her on-screen time and definitely uses it and engages the audience and makes it a fun, thrilling time. And that's the good thing about it too, is that it doesn't take itself too seriously. I usually think that if this was a movie that was to really take itself seriously and be a bit of a darker tone, then it could seem silly. It then could trip over itself and then take itself too seriously and end up kind of being a cringy, corny film, which is really what I got from the trailers. I honestly thought this was going to be one of the first bad reviews for the channel, but surprisingly, it was actually a pretty darn good film. For a PG-13 campy horror film, I will give it that. It's not an amazing, genre-bending movie by any chance, but for what it was trying to go for, PG-13, the target audience, I thought it was absolutely perfect. I mean, you could be 13, 14, go see this movie and have an absolute blast with your friends. With that being said, I definitely thought it could have had more gore. I definitely wanted to see a little bit more, blood, guts. I don't know. That's just me and what I want to see in horror. Some of the kills, I thought, if I was able to actually see M3GAN perform these kills, that'd be fucking awesome. But in regards to the kills that we did get to see, it was perfect for the PG-13 rating, and it was definitely effective in what it was trying to do. And I definitely thought the third act picked up on the horror aspect. We really get to see M3GAN flourish in the third act, and there were even some scenes where, I don't know if it's the injection of James Cameron I've had with seeing Avatar the past 2 times in the theater, but I was getting Terminator 2 vibes from her at the end of the third act. I am not gonna lie. The end of the third act, she really gets it going, and it's pretty fun to see with a packed theater full of people. M3GAN, in general, guys, was a really fun time. I don't have too much else to say about the movie. A really effective PG-13 campy horror film that doesn't take itself too seriously, but also doesn't overstay its welcome. And we can definitely indicate that we're probably going to be seeing M3GAN in a sequel pretty soon. So let me know what you guys thought of M3GAN. I give it 4 stars. You can read my Letterboxd review down below. I do have another review coming this weekend of Skinamarink. I actually saw this film not too long ago, but I'm seeing it in the theater for the first time this weekend. So I'll definitely be reviewing that, giving you guys my thoughts on that. I'm very excited to watch that in the theater. But if you guys saw M3GAN, let me know what you think below. Subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys on the next review. Peace.